See if I can hit anyone. Who's gonna go around? Aha! I got Robert. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome back to Mario Kart 8. This is a very special occasion because this is the 8th weekly Feather Cup tournament, and I've got some special rules this week that you're going to notice almost immediately here. I'm playing as the Creeper Me from Minecraft, and whoa, that is because the theme this week is explosions. We are only playing with Bob-Ombs right now. Whoa, oh my gosh. This is going to be insane. There's going to be cute little bomb guys flying over everywhere. Oh, I actually got coins. So it's supposed to only be Bob-Ombs, but I guess you can also get coins. There goes one. And I figured why not play as everyone's favorite explosive enemy, as we're just kind of flying everywhere, looking out for cute little guys. Oh, bombs, I mean. So yeah, I'm also using the Landship, not because I'm trying to theme it with the Cloudtop Cruise race course here. Oh man, I keep getting coins. Weird. But yeah, I wanted to have a little ship that has the cannons and stuff. I haven't used this yet, so I figured a cart with really good acceleration that's also themed to the Bob-Ombs flying everywhere would be kind of cool. One side effect of this I'm noticing, though, is that you can't really rely too much on on items like stars and bullet bills and stuff to help you catch up. You have to actually race really well while you're looking out for all the bombs everywhere. So it's pretty tough. I'm getting used to this new cart here. Like I mentioned, the Landship is really good for acceleration, so if I get hit, I can kind of go again pretty quickly. I'm using the slick tires to kind of make up for some of that speed loss by using a lighter cart, but I think it's working out okay so far. Is this the right one? I hope. Okay, yeah. You always kind of have to make sure you're getting on the right spot there. We're coming up on the end of the second lap. So yeah, I'm just trying out some experiments with the items. It's a little weird to only have one type of item, or two, I guess, because I keep getting coins. But I think it's going to be fun, so we're going to see how this goes. A lot of people weren't that happy with frantic items, so I'm going to see what people think about the Bob-Ombs. I think it'll be funny, and you really have to... It'll probably make me a lot better with using... I always feel like the Bob-Ombs, I'm not that great at throwing and aiming, but if we're using them constantly, then that might help my aim later on. I saw a replay recently where someone was at the top of the hill in Toad Harbor and threw a Bob-Omb, and it landed all the way at the finish line and knocked someone out. So which was crazy. Whoa. I wanted to try to make sure I didn't hit that, but I played it a little close there. We're coming up on the last of the lap. I'm just going to lay that there for safety and try to go through. Because yeah, as you see, there's not tons of people like using bullet bills and stuff to catch up, so you really have to race well. I think it'll improve both my skill with Bob-Ombs and my racing prowess. So let's see how this goes. It's Rainbow Road time. We gotta be extra careful on this one. There's not guardrails on certain parts, so if you get blasted by Bob-Omb and you spin out, you might fall off the course on a turn. I'm still using a heavier. The Creeper is another heavier me. Whoa! I just said something about that. I am now in the middle, which is like the most dangerous place to be. I just got a coin, but there's gonna be bombs everywhere. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. Oh, geez, yeah. I figured someone's gonna drop a bomb. Okay, alright. So I got up really early, actually, to practice. Last week, I don't think I did that well with Epona, so I was like, this week, I am really gonna practice my Mario Karting. And I got up at like 6. I was like, I'm gonna go for a jog. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and have a good breakfast and prepare and spend a couple hours just getting reacquainted with the game and practicing a bit. And I did some kart experimenting. Like I said, I'm using a lighter kart here. That was a little weird. I'm not completely used to this kart with these tires and stuff, so getting used to it a little bit. Usually, you guys see that I use the heavy me. Whoa, jeez. I need to not go out of that drift. I usually use the heavy me, and I will have the little roller tires, or some of the ones that give you really good acceleration. I'm still using the heavy me, but again, my kart is like not quite as fast. Jeez. And I'm gotta get used to this. You dodge one Bob-Omb, and then there's another right near it. Oh no. Not doing so hot. Gotta catch up. And, you know, the problem is once you get going with this, it's really tough to catch up if you're in the back and people are just dropping bombs all over the place. You want to take the lead early, I think, and just get away from the madness. But it'll be more entertaining, I think, to see all the bombs flying everywhere. But yeah, I'm getting used to this kart combo. I tried some other stuff too. I was using the really light racers like Lemmy, and I used this really light kart with the super light tires, like trying to go for max acceleration to see what that would be like. And that was actually pretty good online, because if you get hit a ton, having max acceleration, it doesn't really slow you down that much. The only problem with that, I just blasted a Bob-Omb with my Bob-Omb. Ooh, that was a weird flash of the reverse. But yeah, the only problem with that is you don't have too much speed to really catch up to people, but it's cool to be able to like accelerate right from getting hit. It makes it a little less frustrating to play online where people are a lot more aggressive usually. So I recommend trying that out. Grab a baby. Whoa, jeez. I was like blinded by the explosion, and then I didn't see where my drift was going. So yeah, try out one of the, maybe like the lighter racers with all the light stuff. I didn't think it would be that useful, but actually, I don't know, I had some success with it. I kind of like this combo. I just got to get used to how the tires turn and stuff now that I'm not using one of the faster karts with the acceleration tires. I almost don't want to mess with this Bob-Omb here. Gonna try to throw it. Yeah, I got him. No, whoa, no. Yeah, there's a lot of spots on this track where I'm like, if you go way too fast, you're flying off. No. Okay, let's do the, we weren't that far behind. We were almost at the finish line. We still got some points for that. And they just finished a little too quickly. Mitch, as suspected, is in the lead. Alright, tick-tock clock. Let's do it. I'm predicting some pendulum things being hit with bombs that just like flying all over the place. I think if you explode those, they kind of like fly fast, really back and forth or something. There's a couple lighter racers in here I'm noticing. I do think acceleration is pretty key when you're online, just because, yeah, you're going to be hit a lot more, and definitely helps. Oh man, Shy Guy, you stole my power-up. Speaking of, whoa, Shy Guy, I'll get into it in probably the next half of the tournament, but there's actually some other news. Oh my gosh, jeez. But yeah, well, doesn't help if I drift the wrong way. Sometimes when I'm trying to get going again, it's really tough to like see which way you're gonna drift, so, man. So that's the big issue I'm seeing now, because I was thinking about what other tournaments do we want to do? Do we want to try like shells only, mushrooms only, that type of thing? Mushrooms only probably would go over pretty well in terms of being able to catch up again. But this one is really like, if you get ahead of the pack and you can get away from all this madness, people are going to have a really hard time catching up to you if they get blasted by these bombs, since there's not really a good way to speed up. There's no stars, no mushrooms, anything like that. You just kind of have to race as you could. Like, this is a weird combination of crazy power-ups and just pure racing, you know? I could make a tournament that has no items. I feel like the items are what makes some of this more thrilling. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I ever want to do no items, but if you guys want to see that, let me know. I want to see what other types of tournaments we should try. Just gonna, whoops, I meant to throw that backwards. Where is it? I just flew over it. Okay, as long as I missed it. I think they usually give you enough time if you throw it forward to get out of the way of your bomb, but, oh, there we go. That's what I want. No. I'm starting to learn the blast radius and how to keep away from some of these. Yeah, I'm almost like wanting coins more when I when I get a power-up now, because the bombs can be so destructive, and they might backfire on you. Yeah, I like how they waddle across. It reminds me of the Super Mario Brothers movie. That was like one of the key plot points, was that Mario had to use that walking bomb. They had to work that in. Oh, jeez, please. Do you have a bomb, Shy Guy? Do ya? Well, I'm going to throw one at you. Let me see if I can hit him in the air or something. That would be really cool. Well, he's not going to catch up to me. I went past him, so I was like, I've seen a few really cool replays where it's like people just shooting people with like a shell midair and doing some awesome stuff. Oh my gosh, how did we avoid that one? We just narrowly went by it. Hopefully we can get into fourth and get some points. There we go. Not too bad. All right, we managed to escape from that crazy explosion fest. We managed to have both of the Mario circuits available to choose on this this little bracket thing, so yeah, I'm not surprised that one of them came up. I really like this one. This is the GBA one. I just think the colors and stuff are really evocative of the old Mario Karts, and it reminds me of the Super Nintendo one, even though this is a Game Boy Advance one. I think they kind of went back to the Super Nintendo Super Mario Kart style for the Game Boy Advance one a little bit, just because they didn't have that much they could do graphically on the GBA, so they're like, let's go back to this. I always thought that because they called the last one 7 and this one 8, I thought the GBA one was like, it didn't count because, yep, there we go. I was like, I'm far ahead enough where maybe I won't get hit by a bomb. Okay, look out, Robert's got one. You really have to be like aware of what the other people are doing with their bombs. Jeez, threw it right at me there. Look out for that one. But yeah, I think the GBA one might count. I'm trying to like tally up in my mind all 8 of them. The ones that people mentioned before, I think that they haven't counted, or maybe the arcade ones, like the Namco made GP and GP2. I think there's like a couple of them, or GX or whatever they're called. I mixed them up with the F-Zero games because I think they had similar developers. I know even back in the day with the Super Nintendo, F-Zero, like it had a very similar. It was like a futuristic Mario Kart in a lot of ways because it had the same like design style with Mode 7. I want to throw this like really far ahead if I can. See if I can hit anyone. Who's gonna go around? Aha! I got Robert, I think. Oh no, you kept going really fast. Again, if you're playing online, sometimes it looks like you hit someone, and then sometimes they get going again because the game recognizes that they weren't actually there. Then they'll usually boost them again. I don't want to do that. There we go. I was gonna say, if you have a Bob-Omb trailing, you probably don't want to trail a Bob-Omb because that will trigger it, and you'll get hit as well. So be very careful if you trail one behind you. I'm gonna throw that there, and don't hit me. I'm your master, Bob-Omb. Not really. I think we might get third. Nice. Not doing too bad here. I think having good acceleration and pretty decent top speed is a good balance for this type of game. Okay, we're gonna finish up with the other Mario circuit for the end of the first half of the tournament here. And next time, I'm actually going to talk about some exciting news that was recently discovered in Mario Kart 8, but it's very hopeful for the future of the game. But yeah, we're getting close to the update as well. Last time we talked a lot about the update, and that should be coming here soon. Okay, I really want to get past all of these guys. This is such a weird like mix. Like I said, if you're in the group and there's bombs going everywhere, you can just get hit all over the place, and you can't get going as easily. But if you're in the front and you're past people, like good old Mitch over there, he's doing really well to stay away from everyone. Then it's more of you're just like racing, and you don't have to worry so much about stuff like people attacking you, because you can get away, and then if they're not, you know, hitting all the corners and stuff really well and getting the boosts, then they might not be able to catch up to you. So I don't know if I can catch up to Mitch. He's probably, I don't know, I've got a later craft, but he is using Mario, which is a smaller racer than my creeper guy. Let me see if I can catch up to him. I'm really hoping that, I think I've got enough of a lead from the other people that if I just focus on trying to catch up to Mitch, I might be able to. So yeah, this is kind of what no items would be racing, you know, what it would be like to race that way a little bit. Not quite, but yeah, still have to keep dropping some bombs to make sure if anyone's behind me that keep them off my tail. But yeah, it's really focusing on trying to nail all these corners and get really good. I still need to, I don't know, if anyone has seen Mitch comment, I'm still wondering what his strategy is. He probably just plays a lot and has done all the time trials and everything, and he's just gotten real good at the game. I'm wondering what his like score is online. Mine's still, I think, hovering below 2,000. There's a ton of people who have maxed it out at 9,999. It's crazy. That's another thing I'm like, I want to see some professional Mario Kart tournament stuff. There's probably a lot, like Smash Brothers, there's probably people who play this more competitively that don't bother to use items at all. Like they want to do, you know, Fox only Final Destination type of deal. So yeah, we'll see. I should have second here pretty secured as long as I don't blow myself up or fall too far behind from something like getting hit by a piranha. It's a pretty short track. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this, and next time we're going to talk about that exciting little news. I will see you then for more Mario Kart 8. Goodbye.